Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of the inside and the outside of this truck. I will do this tour both in French and in English. Je vais faire un petit tour de ce camion avec un camper globe camper. This truck is currently available for sale and you can rent it in France. Donc le camion il est à vendre avec la cellule à l'arrière. I'm going to show you the outside like very quickly and then Kuan is going to show you the inside. Donc, je vais faire un petit tour dehors et après Kuan vous montrera à l'intérieur. So the camper is installed on a Toyota Hilux from 2017. Very nice truck. Manual transmission obviously. Some nice seats installed. Donc, transmission manuelle, pas d'automatique. Je n'ai aucune idée si ce truck il vient en automatique. Et puis ils ont changé les sièges, très confortable. There's a bench in the back. It's pretty nice. If you want to sit for people, you can, but this is not going to be comfortable. And there is a storage just under the bench. Donc on peut s'asseoir à 4 dedans, mais bon, c'est pas très confortable. Et puis il y a des compartiments en dessous le banc pour mettre plus de trucs. There is some max tracks installed in the front. Pretty nice bracket. I'm guessing this is kind of like helping with the wind noise. Ouais, donc des max tracks installés à l'avant. Plutôt cool. Solar panel on the roof. Snorkel. Je ne sais pas comment on dit en français. They have some KO2 tires. Okay, so the camper. That's probably what you are interested in too. So this one only open in the back. And by the way, I'm not sure I'm not sure what's the model number of this globe camper, but I checked their website and I could not find a model with the same layout. So I'm guessing that this model is pretty old. And they don't do this specific model anymore. Donc ouais, le modèle, je sais pas ce que c'est de ce modèle de globe camper. J'imagine que ça a quelques années, peut-être 2-3 ans. Donc j'ai l'impression qu'ils font plus ce modèle là avec les fenêtres à l'arrière. J'ai vu sur les photos sur le site internet, les fenêtres elles sont à l'avant. Donc ça a peut-être changé. But yeah, I guess the material are pretty much the same and the quality is probably the same or improved. So on this side, on the passenger side, there is this nice compartment that you can also access from the inside. This is pretty sturdy, so you could definitely have a stove and prep and cook some food from there. We use it to store food. This is nice. This is where you fill the water. Donc là c'est là où on met l'eau, la petite table dehors pour cuisiner qui est pas mal. On this side, this is the grey water, les eaux grises qui c'est cool. I guess you could have like a small tank if you didn't want the water to drip. Yeah. The ladder. I'm 6 feet tall and this is really nice because this is just my waist here, so I can access. The fridge is just behind this door. I mean, I can show you. The fridge is just here, so it's really nice if you want to grab something. And then you put the ladder on the back of the door. Dometic window on the side. There is 2 latches in the back to attach the camper when you are driving. Donc il y a 2 petits machins pour attacher le toit quand tu fermes le camper. 2 spare tires on this truck. 1 installed in the back, 1 under the truck. You could technically have 2 boxes in the back. And the box is really nice. This is where we currently have the table and the chairs. Donc ouais, il y a deux pneus de secours. Mais à la place de ce pneu là, on pourrait avoir une autre boîte, ce qui est plutôt pas mal. Il y a beaucoup de place dans la boîte pour mettre des trucs sales, des trucs qui vont dehors ou pas, parce que la boîte est un peu bien hermétique, donc c'est bien. Et ça se ferme à clé. And on the driver's side, one more window, really nice window. A box, petite boîte ici pour mettre les outils. The box is not weatherproof, so you don't want to store anything too valuable. The shower, I actually just took a shower, so yeah, quick connection. This is nice. And the shore power. And that's pretty much it.
Welcome to the inside of the camper. As you can see, it's pretty spacious. We love the dinette. Plenty of space, very easy to hang, long, almost comfortable enough to take a nap on the sofa. So this is super nice and very luxurious. And when you put the table down, it puts into a bed, and then it can sleep two people, and maybe will be very discreet, so you don't have to open the roof for camping. Well, we have a bee and a flying side, and that points to a miss on the camper, which is there is no mosquito net in front of the door. So as you can see, when the door is wide open, the bugs and stuff just comes in. So it would be really nice to keep the door open if there is a mosquito net. And similarly, I think one miss of the camper is that there is no waterproof layer between the net and then the layer that's blocking the light. So if it's raining, we have to keep the entire kind of cover up, so it gets kind of sad and dark inside the camper. If there is a waterproof layer, then it would be really perfect to have the light and to prevent rain from getting in. So yeah, one thing that it's really I think it's not really easy for everyday camping if you're moving the camper a lot, is that you have to set up the bed every time. So you have to pull this part out up to here and then fold the sink and then put the mattress every time. So it's a little bit tiresome, and I think it's not as efficient if you're moving the camper a lot. But if and then one thing we've noticed is that when the bed is put out, it might be a little short for us because we're tall. So the feet is pointing to the front of the car, the cab, and then the space is really narrow. And then somehow it's kind of like your butt is sinking between the gap of the two mattresses, and because there's no way to, I mean, there's probably a way to prevent the mattress from moving around, but for now we don't have an anti-slip kind of mat underneath. So then when the mattress moves, you're kind of like, your butt is kind of sink in that middle of the gap. But overall, we sleep pretty well in here. The height, as you can see, is very comfortable. It's super easy to pop up the roof. It take us maybe like 2 minutes, and it's very lightweight, so it doesn't feel like you're doing a very a heavy push at all. And I guess with the lack of the plastic lining inside, it makes it a little bit less of a insulation. And then there's no vent inside, as you can see. So when it's very warm and then the air is still outside, it gets pretty warm inside the camper. So that's something that you can improve, and along with adding some sort of CO2 and a smoke detector. What else? There's a lot of storage inside this camper. So underneath is for our kitchen supplies. And then behind the seat, there are two huge compartments for our clothes and what have you. So we each have a unit. And then underneath the seat, there is also a huge compartment as well. And then similarly on both sides. And so that's very good storage space. And even in here, there is storage here as well. The position of the windows we find are very practical, nothing that we would change, and also the panoramic pop-up roof is really awesome to let in as much light as possible without taking up much space. Yeah, as you can see, it's very spacious and roomy, and love the dinette. This is really the best part of the camper. And then to have to put up the bed is probably the biggest downside. So yeah, here's the interior of the camper.